That's from last year's small division championship game. Lott was victorious over Alba, and they are looking to repeat. But the Sharks want to exact some revenge and take a bite out of the Wildcats this afternoon. Can Lott beat down the Sharks and become back-to-back champs, or will Alba rise up to claim the title for the Bayou? This is one rematch you don't want to miss for the MCPSS Middle School Small Division Football Championship game. Good afternoon, I'm Al Whedon, joined by Corey Bounty. We're glad you're with us. Corey, we have a new location, but the same two teams from last year's championship game.
Al, this may be for the small middle school championship, but they're going to be playing big boy football this afternoon. And it's not too often you get a rematch from 1 year ago, but they have waited their entire summertime. And as far as the fall season is concerned, all the sweat, blood, and tears are going to equate in another winner in the small division championship this afternoon.
All right, let's take a look at the weather because it is beautiful today here at Harris-Terry Stadium. We're on the campus of Blount High School, and look at there, 72 degrees, Corey, no chance of rain, 23% humidity, and we do feel that wind out of the northeast coming at 7 miles per hour as we are close to starting off this contest. A couple of things we want to let the viewers know. We do not have any special team features like kickoffs or punts, but for Alba, they have elected to kick extra points or field goals. They do have that option today. Lott does not have a kicker.
Going to be an interesting dynamic, one that these middle school guys are used to, taking over at their own 35-yard line.
1st and 10 coming up here for the Sharks. As they hand out to the back, DJ Johnson as he cuts across the 40. Close to the 45. I believe that's going to be a first down. Alba coming out the gate, and they're moving the sticks already.
Great job by DJ Johnson being able to hit that corner, and no penalty flag on the play, which is huge, and it's able to move the sticks for our first down.
Take a look at the shot right there with another handoff to R.J. Gardner. Gardner continues the run. He gets past the midfield stripe up to the 40-yard line of Lott. So running the ball early here for the Sharks. They're trying to take control, but we do have a flag.
Yeah, that first penalty flag comes out, and it's normally in the place of holding there, and we will go ahead and mark this one off. You see a sweep to begin the game to the right side, a sweep left, and you can definitely tell that Lott wants to go ahead and try to stop this run, and Alba's going to try to establish the run game.
Back at the 35-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and about 20 coming up here for Alba. They're going to run it again, give it to Johnson. And he's tackled for a loss of about 1 yard, so it's going to be second and 21 coming up here, Corey.
Kyler Hill, he is 5'11", 200-pound outside linebacker, an 8th grader doing a great job in his pursuit of the football, creating another tackle for loss for Lott. And here we'll see Mr. Duhan come in early and go ahead and make sure his officials are in position. And it will be 2nd and a bunch.
And for this particular ball game, we're working with a 5-man crew, not a 7-man crew. We'll get those officials up here in a moment for you. So 2nd down and about 21 coming up here for the Sharks.
Under center is something that we probably will see a lot of for the Sharks.
Brandon Dunham, the quarterback. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage. All on top of it as with the carry right there. Wrapped up early.
Camden Valentina, the 152-pound 7th grader, with the stop for Lott Middle. And now you're at a 3rd down situation. 3rd and long. You want to stay on schedule down and distance-wise, but we'll see if the Sharks, after trying to run the ball successfully, will throw the ball successfully.
And it looks like we have our first timeout of the ball game called by Jacob Whitehead, and Alba, he takes the timeout at 5:45. One other thing, Corey, I failed to mention 8-minute quarters here in middle school, so not very much time that they have in the quarters when they're playing.
Goes by very quickly, and we're used to high school having the 12-minute quarters.
Correct.
And, of course, college with the 15-minute quarters. But here with the 8-minute quarters, as long as you don't have a lot of penalties, these games go by extremely quickly.
If we're able to get our officials up, we'll let you know who is in charge today. We know Alan Duhan. He is our white hat for the ball game. We said it's a 5-man crew. Christopher Benton, Otis Bays, Alvin Green, and John Esposito will be calling the action for it to us. So just like the high school games, Corey, we're going to have officials. We just don't have 7 on the field. We have 5 instead.
Right, and they are very well trained and do a tremendous job. And the officiating throughout this entire season, if you are interested in officiating,
yes,
I encourage you to call your local association and jump into any sport, whether it's basketball, volleyball. Just become an official and see what it's like to earn those stripes. 3rd
and long here for the Sharks. Got a quad set at the bottom on the near side. Dunham throws it, completes the pass. Kelvin Lindsay gets up to about the 45, that original line of scrimmage before that holding penalty against Alba. So it's going to be 4th down and about 10 here coming up for the Sharks.
And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to complete the pass, but a good yak yards there, run after catch by Kelvin Lindsay, and able to push the ball right up to the 45-yard line. And now it is officially, there is a flag on the far sideline.
Sure is, over
right in front of Lott's bench.
The 30-yard line. False start against Alba. Coach Whitehead not happy at all. That's 2 penalties against the Sharks here early in the contest. It's going to push him back to the 34 once again.
We just call those drive killers, and Jacob Whitehead, the head coach at Alba, you know he's got to be very disappointed with those penalties that come up. And you just want to be able to stay on schedule for down and distance. And if you're able to throw the ball to the perimeter and get it out to your speedy wide receivers, maybe they're able to break a tackle or 2 and get it to the open field. But it's hard to convert when it's close to 3rd and 30.
And it's a momentum killer, as you said, Corey. You're trying to get some rhythm as well early in the contest here, approaching under 5 minutes. Same formation for the Sharks. 4 receivers here to the bottom on the near side in a quad formation. Dunham, they're going to set up this screen to Caleb Bolar. Double pass, incomplete as he tried to reach Lindsay. Correction, he was trying to reach Caleb Burrell, so now it's 4th down and long. Remember, no punting allowed here in middle school.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences between middle school and high school, as they will go ahead and march it off and flip the field. And, you know, sometimes when you're in a situation and you do have a drive sputter, it's almost better and advantageous to go ahead and not to have special teams there. And now we'll have a chance to see the Sharks on defense and have an opportunity to see Lott take control of the offense.
Be 1st and 10 for them at their own 41-yard line. Got to thank the folks over at Woodyard Catering, Corey. They did an awesome job for us today with the crew. Woodyard Catering, Corey, they are quite dynamic.
Chef Quentin Woodyard, again, he does birthday parties, weddings, and anniversaries, and really hooked the crew up this afternoon.
Reach out to him on the number right there in front of you. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. Codrin Weaver, their quarterback, he ran a long way to get 2 yards, but a flag on the play already. This game is laundered with litter today, Corey.
Yeah, 4:32 here in the 1st quarter, and you get a little bit of antsiness in the players, a little bit of momentum and excitement, and they know what the snap count is, and unfortunately they're going to be going back 5 yards. It's a pre-snap penalty, 1st and 15 now for Lott. And I will say, you know, when you look in Central and Coach Jason Rowell, the great job that he's done was to lock the gates there in Central, and it's a great thing when you have your feeder pattern playing in back-to-back years for middle school championship.
Hand off to back Javarius Coleman. He picks up a couple, about 2 yards short of the original line of scrimmage, so we'll call this 2nd and about 13 coming up here for the Wildcats. I said that backwards. I meant to say the game has been littered with laundry so far, Corey. Yellow laundry, where the Harris Dairy Stadium at Santee Gamble will say a lot of old, dirty yellow rags.
A lot of those that will make it difficult for these offenses to stay ahead, and there's going to be a timeout called by Lott Middle as they just want to go ahead and get things together. And we'll go ahead at 0-0, Al.
We'll take a commercial break. We'll come back and bring you some more action. You're watching the MCPSS Small Division Championship game.
A teacher is one of the biggest investors in a community.
They impact the lives of those we value the most.
Teachers share knowledge which helps shape and mold our future leaders.
Teachers show direction and help build a sense of purpose.
Are you ready to make a change? For more information on teaching opportunities, teacher incentives, or to apply with the Mobile County Public Schools, log on to www.mcpss.com.
We welcome you back, Al Wheaton, Corey LeBounty. Corey, I'm going to say maybe both of these teams, they saw each other in the regular season. Now they're seeing each other in the championship game. Maybe some early game jitters between both of them today.
Yeah, knowing what to expect out of your opponent is always a plus. You mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast this being a rematch of the small middle school championship game 1 year ago.
So second and about 13 coming up here for the Wildcats. They fake it to Coleman, and Weaver is just eaten up, sacked behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a huge loss for the Wildcats.
Great job by the Sharks, and that's going to be Peyton Booker, along with having help from his teammate Colin Saucier, making those tackles. Going to bring up 3rd and long, but it's an outstanding job of one player going low, the other going high, and creating no gain for Lott.
Ball at the 34-yard line. Third down here for the Wildcats. Trip receivers to the bottom. Weaver rolls out of the pocket, has a guy all by himself. Dustin Dean dropped the magic bean. Corey, I think he saw pay dirt in front of him.
Yeah, Dustin Dean just had to look that ball in. The 165-pound 8th grader was wide open on that play, and because there are no punts here in this middle school championship game, we will go ahead and flip the field once again, and the Sharks will have their second offensive opportunity to dig in here and put some points on the board.
Now, these two coaches are quite familiar with each other. They used to coach together some years ago. Jacob Whitehead in his 4th year down at Alba, back in the championship game again against his buddy Jacob Warren. I call it the Battle of the Jacobs, kind of like we had last year. And they're doing it again this year. New location here at Harris Dairy Stadium. Ball's at the 36-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Alba. As Corey just said, their second possession of the ball game. Maybe some of these jitters can get worked out here for the Sharks. Handoff to Ashton Porter. Porter gets about 2, maybe 3 on the carry up to the 34-yard line.
And one of the things that you see
39-yard line
in middle school football is both players or your best players going both ways.
That's correct.
The quarterback there, Mr. Weaver, is the one who makes the stop. He plays quarterback and linebacker for the Lott Wildcats and was able to come away with the tackle, and at least you're able to get positive yardage on their first down play.
Second down and about 7 here coming up for the Sharks. Dunham under center. Pitches it out. Kendall Woodard with the carry. Woodard on the move, gets past the midfield stripe. Corey, I'm going to check. I see no flag, so I believe the sticks are going to move. This is a first down.
Great job of getting downhill, and all it takes is on that toss sweep to get you 1 or 2 wide receivers that are going to block down field for you, and that's an outstanding job of Ashton Porter blocking down the field for his running back. The lineman getting down the field as well without a penalty and crossing midfield for the first time this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 46 of Lott. Kind of like a wishbone setup here, but they're not running a wishbone. They're going to hand it off. Tackle for loss. Ball is out. That's a live ball. It looks like Alba did jump back on top of it. Johnny on the spot. Kelvin Lindsay saves the fumble for the Sharks.
And he shot the gap, the linebacker that is, and disrupted the timing of that play. And then you see the ball hit the carpet. And luckily for the Sharks, they were able to take a bite out of that pigskin and be able to save that possession. But it is going to bring up second down and close to 16 yards to go.
Tossing it out once again with the sweep to the left behind that left tackle with the run, DJ Johnson. He's going to be close to the first down marker. Let's see where they spot him at. Looks close to the 36, I believe. Is it enough to get the first down?
Going to be probably a yard short.
I believe
They're going to
so.
move it. They're going to move it. Looks like Otis Mays saying, look, the down marker is going to be 1 yard short. 1 yard short there.
Just 1 yard short, yeah. So third down and short here for the Sharks coming up. Nice run by Johnson right there.
Love the fact that he was able to use his speed and pushed out of bounds by Dustin Dean, who is playing both sides of the football for Lott this afternoon also.
And we have a flag on the play.
Prior to the snap, offside. Defense, 5 yards, first down.
That's an easy way to get a first down, Corey.
Great job on that hard count. And you see Lott's coaching staff on that far sideline just not be happy at all, just saying watch the ball and you know what's coming, but it is a way to pick up a free first down at the Lott 31-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Sharks as we are under 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. They toss it out with another run, dragging down R.J. Gardner. That's going to be a significant loss of about 6 yards, going to set up 2nd and 16. Defense all on top of it.
And Mr. Weaver coming again from his linebacker position, making an outstanding stop in pursuit of the football. And that's what you want to do. You want to see when any type of toss sweep action, you want to go ahead and shoot the gaps and get into those gaps. And they were able to do a phenomenal job on that particular series. And it brings up a long down and distance and a tremendous loss.
Another timeout being called here by Alba. We'll take a break and be back with more middle school small division championship action.
I'm Jordan Clark, and I'm in the Health Service Academy at John L. LaFleur Magnet High School. My future career is to be an obstetrician gynecologist. With this academy, I'm learning firsthand from people already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job really makes me want to study hard and work harder towards my career goals.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. Visit MCPSS.com.
I have known since I was in 4th grade that I was going to be a teacher. I really just truly enjoy coming to work every day and working with different sets of kids and just watching them grow and learn.
I couldn't see myself doing anything other than teaching children, being a part of children's lives, being able to inspire them in a way that some people just aren't able to do. And to know that every day is a new day, a new opportunity to make a difference in the child's life means everything to me.
All right. Want to learn Spanish? No problem. Join Carlos Holly weekdays as he makes learning to speak Spanish fun and incredibly easy. It's Spanish for all levels and all ages. Tune into Ay Caray. Let's learn Spanish right here on the MCPSS TV Network. We are starting the second quarter. I thought it was a timeout call by Whitehead, but Corey, we just basically ran out of time. So now it is 2nd down and 16 from the 37 for Alba with a handoff to Porter. And this defense for a Lott continues to eat up the Sharks this afternoon.
Brock Fountain on the stop. He plays a little outside linebacker. The 8th grader comes up with another stop, and now it brings up 3rd and long. And what started off as a positive drive for Alba has now kind of stalled out a little bit. Lott has flexed its muscles here as we are scoreless early in the second quarter of the small division championship.
Ball being pushed back to the 38, so 3rd and 17 here for the Sharks. Porter goes into motion. They fake it to him with the counter. Nice handoff run right here by Kendall Woodard, but it is not enough. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and just like that, Corey, it's going to set up 4th down, and it'll be Lott's football.
Dustin Dean with tremendous pursuit of the football, and you just have to make sure that a couple of things on the drives. You want to make sure that you don't have any early penalties, and with watching the football, we saw them jump off sides on a hard count earlier in that drive. Just continue to stay disciplined watching the football in the snap up.
So 4th and 10, ball's at the 31. The line to gain is the 21. Dunham attempting a first pass of the day for him. Pass is incomplete. Tried to get it out to his receiver, DJ Johnson, and batted down by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Dean with a tremendous defensive play, and it will be a turnover on downs, and now we'll get an opportunity to see if Lott can go ahead and dig in and be able to be effective early on 1st and 2nd down without getting behind the sticks. And I'm going to be interested to see with Coach Whitehead calling his plays here and see if he's able to get his team really involved as far as from a defensive standpoint, create some type of turnovers, because those are normally the difference in field position.
1st and 10 for Lott. This is their 2nd time with the ball during the game at the 31-yard line. A quick flag comes out of the waist of Alan Duhan. This might
Prior
be
to the snap, false start, offense. 5 yards, 1st down.
He took the words right out of my mouth, Corey. It's a false start. 5 yards against Lott.
That's not what you want to see on the early down and distance-wise. And as we are early in the 2nd quarter, you know what the snap count is. You just want to make sure that you know where you're supposed to be and you execute your assignment there. And I guarantee that'll be something that the coaches talk about at halftime and get cleaned up in order to continue to be successful on these early downs.
2nd down, 1st down and 15 coming up here for the Wildcats. Handoff, all kind of space for D'Antonio Johnson as he tries to take it to the house, but a touchdown saving tackle by Alba. He gets down to the 16-yard line.
D'Antonio Johnson does a tremendous job showing his speed. The 8th grader gets the football. Great blocking on that left edge. No containment there by the Sharks, and it was just an absolute foot race. And R.J. Gardner was able to save 6 points, but it is our most explosive play that we've had here this afternoon.
Absolutely, almost a 50-yard run right there by the young man. 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Wildcats. Hand off to Coleman. He's got room out on the edge, cross the 10. One got to beat. Coleman in, Javarius Coleman. That's a 16-yard touchdown for the Wildcats.
Javarius Coleman cashes in. The 8th grader does a tremendous job with his stutter step. He bounces to the outside. The blockers, the offensive line, do a tremendous job of making sure that he has the perimeter to take care of. Great block on the outside by his wide receivers. He hits the stutter step, cashes in, cash it in, Coleman. Our first score of the afternoon.
Lott strikes first here. 5:28. Halfway through almost the 2nd quarter, and Lott will be going for 2. Let's see if they're going to shift out of this Wildcat formation. No, they go direct snap to Coleman. Can he get the 2-point conversion? And in middle school football, that is huge. Lott is up 8-0 over Alba.
Again, tremendous blocking by his offensive line on both of those, and we've seen 3 explosive plays. The long run that set up Coleman being able to show his versatility in the red zone area.
Take a look at the schedules for both of these teams, and you can find out how they got into this championship ball game today, a rematch. So for Lott, they are the defending champions, a record of 3-2-1. They lost to Gulf Shores, and look at their core. They lost to Alba actually earlier this year. 7-6. And for Alba, coming in with a 5-1 record, their only blemish, an 8-0 loss to Clark Shaw. My twins went to that ball game that day, Corey, and checked it out. But these teams doing work in the small division while they're back here meeting for the championship. Lott trying to get the repeat today as they get on the board first. Handoff by Alba, gets it to the back, gets maybe one on the carry. That's going to set up second down for the Sharks after that carry right there by DJ Johnson.
And I do believe it was a tackle by Javorius Coleman as well,
Wow.
the young man who just scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. He is getting it in on both sides of the football, and it's almost a half a yard gain.
Yeah.
Bringing up second down, and we'll go ahead and officially call it 9.
Yeah, they're going to give him credit, kind of putting it right there at the 36, so we're good with that. 2nd and 9 here for the Sharks. Toss out once again to DJ Johnson. Johnson gets close to the 40-yard line. I think they're going to mark him at the 39, 3-yard pickup. Sets up third down for Alba.
And it was Valentina and Kyler Hill combining to make that stop for the Wildcats. But you can see that the strategy by Coach Whitehead is pitch left, pitch right, and to let your offensive linemen and wide receivers get a hat on a hat and let your speed on the perimeter take over.
Hand off to Johnson again. He almost loses the grip on it and kind of lost his footing. I think the turf monster may have gotten him. Gets up to the 41. He's going to be short of the first down. The line to gain is the 45.
Brock Fountain, number 80, is going to get credit for it. The 8th grader, he's going to get credit for that stop, and it brings up 4th and 4.
So a timeout now called by Jacob Whitehead. We'll take a break and come back for more action. 4:01 remaining in the first half. Lott is up 8-0.
It starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
I'm Tracy Tran, and I'm in the Healthcare and Dental Academy at Theodore High School. In the Dental Academy, I'm working alongside dental professionals getting hands-on training from those already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job makes me want to work even harder because now I know what I want to be.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. To find out more, visit MCPSS.com.
I believe my child's school is probably one of the best ones I could have picked in Mobile. She's in the PACE program. The teachers are phenomenal. The principal, couldn't ask for a better principal. The research that I had done myself, I believe the quality of education in Mobile County Public School System is excellent. For me and my child, I'm going to stick with the public school system. I think it's the way to go.
We welcome you back to Harris Terry Stadium, host site for the MCPSS Small Division Middle School Championship game. And Jacob Whitehead is going to go for it. 4th and 5 here for the Sharks on their own 45-yard line. Dunham back to throw. He's going to keep it, Corey. He's going to get the first down and gets past the midfield stripe. Ball is out.
Great job of ripping the football away.
It's out. It is a turnover, our first turnover. Even though it was 4th down, it's a turnover. And Lott is going to have it.
Well, it's listed as number 19 on the strip. And we don't have a 19 on our roster, but we will say that that's an outstanding play by that young man, seeing the quarterback, Brandon Dunham, standing straight up and being able to do what I call the can opener and rip that football away. And it is going to be the Wildcats now taking over at their own 47-yard line.
1st and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats. Dunham had the first down, but unfortunately the fumble takes it away. Javorius Coleman, nice run from him, picks up about 3 or 4. 2nd down, Coleman had the first score of the ball game and got the 2-point try for the Wildcats. That's why our score is 8-0 as we are under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Malik Williams and Henry Gwynn in on the stop for the Sharks, but positive yardage on first down is all you could ask for if you're a Lott Wildcat fan.
Weaver rolls out to the right. He's got some room, tosses it up. Pass almost caught by Dustin Dean. He was waiting for it to drop, but could not haul it in.
Dustin Dean, if he would have caught that football, he would have probably been down where he caught it because he was laying down on the turf trying to secure it. But I will say this, the sun is extremely bright this afternoon, and as he looked back to catch that football, possibly the sun was directly in his eyes.
You're right about that, Corey. Great weather today, as we said at the top of the broadcast, 72 degrees, no chance for rain today, wind out of the northeast about 7 miles per hour. That was Dean's second pass attempted to him today that Weaver's tried to hook up with him. So 3rd down and about 6 to go here for the Wildcats. Weaver rolling out to the right once again, flag on the play. Possibly a hold at the vicinity of where the flag is thrown.
Want it down of the yard.
Yeah, that's going to be on Isaiah Anderson.
Want it down of the yard.
A hold there by the offensive lineman. And I will say, you know, you go ahead, if you take the yardage, you'll definitely push them back, and that's exactly what they're going to decide to do. Coach Whitehead, that is, after that holding happened right in front of Allen Duhon, and made it an easy call to make.
So there's the hole signaled right there. So that will push the Wildcats back 10 yards. We had some early behind-the-scenes audio.
Offense, 10 yards, 3rd down.
From Allen Duhon there.
52.
Corey, asking the coach, did he want the down or did he want the yard? So you can kind of hear what happens here live at the field. 40-yard line is where they're going to spot it at. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 17 to go here for the Wildcats.
We'll see here if they're able to get it to who we've seen be an early playmaker in Javaris Coleman.
Right.
On that last offensive drive, they were able to have a couple of explosive plays.
Coleman lined up at the slot down here on the near side. Pressure on Weaver. He's moving, trying to get out of the way, and he is going to be brought down at about the 43-yard line. So that'll take it to 4th down for Lott. Decision time here for Jacob Warren.
And Alba's great pursuit, Colin Saucier with the tackle there for the Sharks. And at 4th and long, your best bet is to go ahead and flip the field.
Yep, they're going to give it up. So Alba would take over on their side of the 50. As we are under 2 minutes to play here in this rematch of the small division middle school championship game. Al Whedon, Corey LeBounty on the call. We're kind of working with a, if you want to call it, Corey, not a middle school crew, but we're kind of short. We don't have our buddy Kimberly Dunn on the sidelines and a couple of the camera guys not with us, but we're still having a great time today. Beautiful day for football or golf or some outdoor sports, if you want to call it whatever you want to say. But it's going to be 1st down here for the Sharks at their own 28-yard line.
Double pass is what we saw in this formation last time. You just want to make sure that if it's a lateral, that you're on top of it and you secure the football.
They do get the pass out. Pass complete to Kelvin Lindsey, but he's wrapped up. I believe that's Weaver on the tackle, Corey.
Coleman, Javaris
Coleman. Oh, Javaris Coleman.
Yeah, he comes up and makes another stop. And I said you see athletes on both sides of the football and does a tremendous job of making an open field tackle there for the Wildcats.
Jacob Whitehead is going to use his last timeout, I believe, at 1:50 remaining here in the first half. Take a look at some champions already crowned. Had a chance to congratulate these young ladies the other night, but we'll do it again. The 2024 MCPSS Middle School Small Division Volleyball Champions. That goes to Barton Academy. They won the title in the small division, so congratulations to them. And we had a large division champion as well, so congratulations to the ladies out there at Sims, the large division champions, the Bulldogs. They get the title in volleyball. So great action and great seasons for both of those teams, Corey.
Yeah, I mean, it's just middle school athletics at its best. And really you look at the year-round training that goes on now for these young student athletes, being able to participate as 7th and 8th graders, and to be able to be back in a middle school championship game. It speaks volumes of those that do return now as 8th graders, and the legacy that was left for them 1 year ago to continue to leave off for the up-and-coming 6th graders who will be wearing the uniforms next season.
2nd down and about 13 coming up here for the Sharks. Pressure on Dunham. He is sacked. The ball is out. There's a flag on the play.
We have 2 fumbles, Al.
Yes, Dunham was just sacked, and he is down on the ground cringing in pain. We'll have an injury timeout, but then it was fumbled again after I thought Lott had jumped on it. They're going to take a look at the quarterback. I don't know if he's holding his wrist or his arm, but he is writhing in pain on the field right now.
Willing to bet you it's the shoulder, because he took an outstanding hit by Weaver on that blind side, who tried to pick it up, and Weaver fumbled the football away, and the Sharks were able to pounce on it. But it's just a great job of him being able to get up and showing his toughness.
You're right, Corey.
Yeah, he's showing the toughness there that he has of trying to shake it off. But I'm glad to see he is able to get up on his own power and try to walk off to the sidelines.
Absolutely. There was a flag on the play. We'll see if Alan Duhon is going to give us an announcement to what the flag, and also did Alba eventually hop on top of the fumble, or did Lott get it? So they have waved the flag off, according to our producer. They've waved it off. The down marker still has 2nd down. It hasn't been changed yet. And Alan Duhon requesting Lott come onto the field. The injury timeout is over. So now the down marker goes back to where Dunham was sacked at the 19-yard line. Let's see who they're going to bring in to play backup. I have Caleb Bowler listed as the backup QB for the Sharks.
Well, the biggest thing now, when you do have a new quarterback, is the center to quarterback exchange is a huge difference.
And there is Bowler. 2nd and long here for the Sharks. 1:38 remaining in the first half. They toss it out to R.J. Gardner. He's tackled. Picks up a couple, but it is not enough at all. That brings up 4th down. A late flag hits the field.
And that may be costly if it is against the Wildcats. As we saw moments ago, Brandon Dunham be able to take that shot from the weak side that he did not see coming. And I think that hit was actually made by Kyler Hill on that particular tackle on Dunham, but this late penalty flag could be costly.
So unsportsmanlike against Lott. You nailed it, Corey. That's going to cost them. And that should be enough.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against White. 15 yards, 1st down.
That's enough for the 1st down as well. Automatic 1st down as well. Going to bring the ball up to the 37-yard line.
As you stay here, Al.
Sorry, 38.
If you stay under center, those tosses and sweeps, it's just something that you want to make sure that you have done correctly and don't turn it over.
And off to Gardner once again. They toss it to him. He's tackled for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Lost about 2, pushes it back to the 36-yard line. Clock continues to tick. 60 seconds remain here in the first half. 2nd and 12 for the Sharks, and I think they drew Lott across the line of scrimmage.
For the 2nd time, with a different quarterback's cadence, another hard count did get the Wildcats to flinch. We'll see if the officials said it was the Wildcats first, or whether it was the Sharks, or whether the ball was actually ready to be put in play.
This is interesting. Looks like they picked the flag up, and the down markers changed to 3rd down, so they're calling that as a play. So it is now 3rd and 12 for Alba.
And you see Bowler under center.
Tosses it out once again to Gardner. It's on the carpet. Gardner falls down on it. Corey, you were talking about the center to quarterback exchange, maybe the quarterback to running back pitch exchange.
It's something new as well, and as you get ready here for a timeout to be called, by Lott.
It
Lott
is called.
wants one more possession here before the quarter ends.
Right, they want to take advantage of the great field position. It is 4th down, and we're going to see what is going to happen. I'm pretty sure Alba's going to elect to flip the field, so we'll take a break and come back with that result. 39.9 seconds remain here in the first half of the middle school small division football championship game.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
It is 4th down for the Alba Sharks right here. And we're going to see if Jacob Whitehead is going to lick to flip the field, and I believe he does. The officials are walking that way, Corey. 39.9 seconds remaining here in the first half. This Lott defense has really shown up this afternoon, really only giving up one big play for Alba, but the defense has stepped up. Just when Alba's trying to get the momentum, they snatch it right back from them.
And we always talk about the 2-minute execution of your offense, but we'll get an opportunity here definitely to see where Lott is and how they're going to operate, being the small school defending champion here with 38 seconds left, how they're able to execute offensively down this stretch.
Weaver back to pass, bumps into his own teammate, rolls to the left, does not get out of bounds as he is taken down behind the 40-yard line, and I believe Jacob Warren will be using his last timeout to stop the clock at 30.6 seconds. That should be his third one. He should be out.
Tremendous pursuit by Henry Gwynn on that tackle as he just followed Weaver down the line, didn't go for the pump fakes, and were able to come away with it. Now, we saw the successful run in the Javorius Coleman and the explosive play. I want to say it was made by D'Antonio Johnson on that long 50-yard reception that he had that set up the first score of the game for Lott. So we'll see here if Weaver has time to get it out to his wide receivers, what kind of playmaking ability and speed is shown in open space.
You were talking about the defensive end and also left tackle for Alba, Henry Gwynn. We had a chance to see him before the ball game, Corey. You did a double take saying, this kid's in middle school? He needs to be playing down at Alma Bryan. And then also Jacob Whitehead says if they get a kicking opportunity, he will be the place kicker today for the Sharks.
And when we were talking to him to prepare for this game, said that he's seen him kick it from 40 yards out.
Right.
So get him in field goal range, and I know that tonight will be an opportunity to display that.
2nd down here for the Wildcats. Weaver rolling out to his right, has a receiver, overthrows him. Jackson Stagner couldn't quite bring it in, does stop the clock for the Wildcats. They're out of timeouts, but it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 11 yards to go, and it'll be interesting now to see what the strategy becomes for Coach Warren. Do you decide to go ahead and have a running play and run off the time of the quarter to go to the half, or whether you decide to go ahead and air it out one more time?
Decision time here for Jacob Warren in his 3rd year at Lott. Won the small division championship last year, and just his 3rd year with the program. 3rd down and 11, as Corey said. Weaver has time, steps up into the pocket, runs into pursuit mode. A flag on the play. That one for Stagner. It is intercepted by the Sharks. Johnny on the spot, Grayson Kane, and a late flag after he is tackled after the interception.
Well, you had a penalty that was thrown at the line of scrimmage, and then on the return, looked like you had a horse collar to make the tackle. And that's one of the things that you don't want to see, as time did not elapse totally to end the 2nd quarter. So I think the interception will stand for the Sharks, and then you'll tack on additional yardage as well.
We had a blindside block against Lott. That's declined. And Alan Duhan's calling a face mask against Lott. That's after the change of possession. They're going to mark that off right here. And Corey, we were just talking about Henry Wynn and possibly him kicking a field goal. I see one of the coaches talking to him on the sideline right now.
Block on the offense. That penalty has been declined. Result of the play is an interception. During the return, personal foul, face mask against White. We added to the end of the run, first down blue.
You can see Weaver get outside of the pocket, and when he reverses, that's when the blind side is going to come
right
at
there.
The top of the screen. Weaver tries to throw it off of one leg, and the interception coming up for the Sharks is a huge momentum for Grayson Kane. And now with the ball being at the 29-yard line of the Wildcats, we'll see here if you're able to get maybe at least 5 or 6 before you're able to possibly send in your kicker.
The one thing, I believe Alba's out of timeout, so if you get a pass, it has to be to the sideline to stop the clock. That's a fumble, Corey. Bowler didn't get it off. The clock is stopped at 4.4, and Bowler's down on the field in pain right now.
He took a blindside shot also.
And there's a flag on the play here, flag down on the near the 30-yard line on the Alba bench. Take a look at the replay here.
He doesn't see Weaver coming, and he has landed on his wrist, and he comes off holding his wrist.
Defensive end got him. And that sack with Bowler going out, that's going to push them possibly out of field goal range. That may be too long for Wynn to attempt, but 4.4 seconds. We'll see what Jacob Whitehead is going to come up with. Alan Duhan signaling for second down. So, Corey, we'll have to go to the roster. I don't have another quarterback listed for the Sharks on my depth chart here.
So what you do is you just put your next and best available athlete underneath center, because it's hard to take shotgun snaps. It's something that you're not used to doing. Normally, probably a wide receiver would take the reins there for the Sharks at the quarterback position.
Alan Duhan marked the ball ready to play, and just like that, salvation comes in for the Sharks as the 2.2 seconds tick off. Quite an interesting first half, Corey.
Yeah, you look at the explosive play that we saw in the second quarter that set up our first score, including the 2-point conversion, and that was huge, being able to convert the 2 points, but playing penalty-free here in the second half, that's something I know both coaches will be talking about at halftime. But more importantly, like you talked about, at Alba, for Alba, when you're down 2 quarterbacks, you normally don't go with repetitions and getting reps as a third-string quarterback in middle school. So that's going to be something that I know Coach is going to have to try to figure out and work out here as the third quarter gets ready for play.
And hopefully Bowler's going to be okay, as well as Dunham. And you were talking about possibly bringing up your next best player. I saw Kelvin Lindsay putting on his helmet as if he was going to have to go in for quarterback, but Alan Duhan made the ball ready to play, and they ran those 2 seconds off and took us to halftime with Lott on top, 8-0 here in the small O Division Championship. Right now we're going to take it to our LOTC video to let you learn more about the Leadership Officers Training Corps that happens in middle school right here in Mobile County.
Hello, my name is Andy Bennett. I am the owner and president of Interactive Learning and the co-creator of the Chisel 365 Leadership Curriculum and Technology. For the last 20 years, I've been working in the schools and with our nation's JROTC programs. I was asked to give a real quick interview and answer a few questions about our Chisel 365 curriculum. So first question was, why did we see a need for this program? Kind of back to the name here, character, health and fitness, interactive, service, and leadership. That's what we were trying to deliver. We found that high school was too late. It was too late to wait for high school to get these students in this program that could change the course of their life, give them identity, give them a hope for a bright future. So we needed to create that earlier on and catch those kids, get them with healthy habits and communicating better, just becoming better citizens and better leaders.
The Detachment, attention. The Cadet Creed.
The Cadet Creed. I am Leadership and Character Development Corps Cadet. I will listen to them.
The way it works, the way it's supposed to work, is a program we invite the middle kids to come in and to be a part of the program. Because we figure like this, you know, a lot of the middle school kids comes in and they either join band or they go to PE because they want to be athletes. But you still have those kids who don't want to be in band and they know they're not going to be athletes. So we recruit those kids so we can put them in a leadership program because we know leadership is something that they can use for the rest of their lives. And those kids that we bring in who are non-athletes are the ones who stay in the program all the way through. You know, even though in the 7th grade they can become athletes, a lot of them come back once their season is over. So the great thing is that we capture them, we teach them how to team build, we have fun activities for them, and they want to stay.
Well, the first thing it does, it offers them a place in the school. It is a program built for any and every student. Every student can find their place in LOTC. Every student will evolve into something greater. They do this program. It brings good out of them, brings the confidence out of them, skills out of them. It's a program that's built for all students.
When I was in the program, I didn't really think much of it. I thought it was just another fun program to be in, but the longer I stood in it, I really realized how much it highlighted leadership skills, and that really made me want to stay.
So in life, it made me reach out to more people. It made me connect with others that I wouldn't normally talk to. It made me build relationships with instructors, and they have helped me throughout school.
I could not see any reason that you would not have an LOTC in every middle school. If you have football, if you have band, if you have the arts, why would you not offer this leadership program in alignment with those other groups? When you search for leadership programs, we've looked high and low. There's not a lot out there for something that I have seen with the return on investment. I don't know what it even costs to start up an LOTC program because we've always had it, but I know that we wouldn't do without it. And just recently we're looking at budget cuts and no one's looking to cut out LOTC, but it's the foundation of our culture. And we have a culture of high expectations where young men are developed into real world leaders. And that's what LOTC has provided for us.
It really helps kiddos with just leadership opportunities. We are also an international baccalaureate school, and so we use that as what we call a design course. And so kiddos learn a lot of different qualities and within the program, you know, in terms of leadership and how they can become better people, better citizens. And so all our 6th grade students take LOTC. 7th grade is an elective and 8th grade is an elective as well.
This program absolutely works. It absolutely works. We started off, like I said, with one when I got here. They put 3 more in once I got here, and now we're up to 15. And more schools all over Texas. We got 20 programs in Fort Worth. We got 29 in Dallas. We got 15 up in Houston. We got another 5 on the outskirts of San Antonio. So we got about 85 programs in Texas alone. Absolutely it works. As the rate is growing, we'll be bigger than JRTC in the next 5 years.
We welcome you back to Harris-Terry Stadium. Still halftime, about 3 minutes left in halftime. Halftime only 10 minutes for middle school, Corey, but we have some highlights from the first half, and really all the action took place in the second quarter. That's where really things got heated up today.
Yeah, a lot of heavy hitting and explosive plays in the second quarter. We'll see how the turnovers are in play as well, but I will say this, an 8-0 score there's more pressure in the second half on the Sharks.
It is.
To not only get a touchdown but convert as well.
It really is, because right now Alba had a situation where they were trying to get a last-minute score off an interception, and then their second quarterback goes down with an injury. So not one, but two quarterbacks out right now. I wonder who is going to be coming back to play quarterback for Alba. Lott will be receiving the second half. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half that we have queued up here for you. Majority of it coming from the second quarter, Corey.
Yeah, when you look at the quarterback being stripped of the football or trying to get a huge first down, the conversion there, the double pass that is incomplete, that would have been a huge game for the Sharks, and it's been sweep left, sweep right for Alba, and Mr. Weaver playing both ways for Lott, able to play linebacker and quarterback. And here is the end around with the explosive run,
big run
of some 50 yards, man, D'Antonio Johnson, and being caught from behind by R.J. Gardner, and that set up our only score of the second quarter. As you see Javoris Coleman being able to bounce to the outside, some great blocks by his wide receiver. He is able to cash in, and the two-point conversion out of the Wildcat position is also good by Coleman, and that leads us to our score here at halftime in this small division championship at 8-0. And here is some scrambling.
That's the big run by Dunham.
Yeah, where it is going ahead and stripped away, and the Wildcats are able to find a way. It was fourth down anyway, but it was a turnover nonetheless. And Weaver, he's trying to find an open receiver, and the Sharks are in great pursuit. And here's the interception right before the half that gives Alba a lot of positive momentum going into the half by Grayson Kane.
Grayson Kane with that interception. A look at our highlight package from the first half. Third quarter headed your way. Lott's on top, 8-0. Don't move. We'll be back with more from the middle school small division championship game.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ayla, hi. Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you? Good. How are things?
Things couldn't be better.
What do you mean?
Well, I just started this new job as a school teacher with the Mobile County Public Schools, and it has been a life changer. Great benefits, the hours are great, and great students. Just overall, it's a great opportunity.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. Yeah. I'm going to look into that.
You should.
For more information, visit mcpss.com/job opportunities.
Did you know that missing 2 days of school per month
has a negative effect on student achievement?
And that chronic absenteeism is negatively impacting
1 out of every 10 Alabama students.
Studies show students who are chronically absent are more likely to drop out of school. For every 1 day your child is absent from school, it takes 3 days for them to catch up.
So if I am not sick, make sure I'm at school, because missing school means missing out.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS Small Division Championship game. Corey, we got to give big shout-outs to Woodyard Catering. They provided great catering opportunity today for the crew. Everyone's smiling.
Chef Quentin Woodyard from Woodyard's Catering. He offers birthday parties, weddings, anniversaries. The number on your screen there, 251-635-5606. We had some outstanding pasta for us, and some salad, and some great dessert as well to go along with those great green beans. And contact Woodyard Catering for all your catering needs. He'll get you squared away the same way he did our MCPSS television crew.
So 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats as they take possession in the second half, on top by 8 points. Corey, I was looking on the sideline with my binoculars. I didn't see Dunham. I didn't see Bowler. So I don't know who's going to be playing quarterback for Alba when they come on the field. Nice run by Javoris Coleman as he gets up to about the 38-yard line.
Well, as I was watching, I saw number 18, Jace Carthage, taking some snaps under center, so it'll be interesting to see if number 18 comes out for the Sharks here to start the third quarter once they get on offense. But a positive play to start for the Wildcats here to open up the third quarter of play.
He put him at the 39, 4-yard pickup by Coleman on the carry. Man into motion. They hand it off to him on the quick give right there by Lott. D'Antonio Johnson with the carry, had that big run in the first half we just saw on replay for the Wildcats. So third down and about 5 to go here for Lott.
R.J. Gardner again on the stop for Alba. And here at 3rd and 5, you just open up the playbook for head coach Jacob Warren. You've had success getting the ball to number 4 and 3, whether it's an end around or whether it's a handoff. But credit to the offensive line here. Do not want to commit a penalty. Just find a way to set up either a first down or 4th and short.
A sideline warning issued to Alba between that last play. Fake to Johnson, toss it with a throw out to Coleman, but a flag on the play as Coleman gets into Sharks territory, but I think it may be coming back possibly.
Early at the line of scrimmage, you saw the laundry hit the field. And Al, you're exactly right. Anytime you see the dirty rag hit the field early, you know that that's a signal normally that there's a holding on the offense. And as we look at the replay, it's a great play design. Just could not keep those hands on the inside. And on the outside of the jersey, I think Jackson Stagner is going to get called for the hold.
I think he was the guilty party there, so it's going to push Lott back to the 30-yard line where they'll spot this. Be 3rd down and 15 coming up. The hold, the penalty is marked off from the spot of the foul, so that's why it's 3rd and 15 here for the Wildcats early in the third quarter of this rematch from the title game. Corey, we were down at Ben Glover Stadium last year watching these two go at it, and they're back at it again for the 2024 season. Weaver rolling out to the right, does have a guy. I don't know if he was trying to go to Coleman or to Dean, but he kind of split the difference. There was some pressure on Weaver, pass incomplete.
Not able to get that football away. Great pressure on the outside of keeping containment for the Sharks, not allowing Weaver to roll outside. And credit those defensive ends by doing a good job of staying home. And because there are no special teams punting in middle school, we'll go ahead and flip the field here and see now who actually is going to come out and take snaps for the Sharks.
I do see 18 out there, Jace Carthage, talking with Jacob Whitehead. And I see actually Grayson Kane running out there as well, number 11. And now 18 is heading out, Corey. So I think Carthage is possibly going to get the call here to run the offense. If that's the case, Carthage coming in, the 3rd quarterback for Alba this afternoon.
Yeah, that's just a tough situation, and he is going to be under center. And we'll see if the handoff is going to be clean after the snap.
Carthage just keeps it, goes up the middle. You could hear the crowd saying, hold the ball, hold the ball.
So what you saw on the snap was a fumble.
It was.
Picked up by Carthage, being able to go ahead and run it and get one of the most positive game plays for the Sharks running the football of the afternoon.
And the young man has to come to the sideline to get the play as he runs back out on the field. 2nd down and 3 coming up here for the Sharks after that busted play. Handoff right up the middle for Alba with the carry, Kendall Woodard from his wing back position. He gets the first down and the sticks move for Alba.
Great job and great composure by Jace coming off of this bench as a 3rd string quarterback and having an opportunity as a 3rd string quarterback to go ahead and know where the ball needed to go, and he was able to hit the up back and have a lot of success there. And now a great set of downs here to open up the first offensive series of the second half for the Sharks.
Ball at the 45-yard line of Lott. Another handoff to Woodard, running north-south up the middle. Nice carry by the fella as he gets close to the 36, maybe 37-yard line.
Mickles along with Hill on the stop for the Wildcats, but they found some type of rhythm within their running game here.
Yes.
Bringing in the third-string quarterback, and credit the offensive line for creating enough holes for the Sharks to be able to hit.
And one thing, Corey, you can talk about, and you've seen this happen in basketball, you get some fresh legs in, you get some fresh energy, someone comes in and gets a spark, and you never know what that can lead to for a team. So right now, 2nd and a short coming up here for the Sharks.
Just want to continue this drive without having any penalties, as we've seen number 9 be the workhorse on this drive.
Back to Woodard they go again. Gets a nice block out front. He's going to fall forward, get the first down. Nice block by Caleb Burrell to give it some extra yards, and they move the sticks once again. Sharks are on the move.
Tremendous job of the Sharks taking a bite out of what the Wildcats are giving them as far as from the running game is concerned, and that's something we didn't see them able to do in the first half, put back-to-back first down drives together. And here it is now, a lot of continuity after talking about what they needed to at halftime, and head coach Jacob Whitehead has done a great job of making adjustments under some very adverse situations, having your third-string quarterback in the game.
1st and 10 for Alba. They stay with Woodard. He's trying to pick a hole, but all he could do was run into Wildcats right there as he's tackled for a 1-yard loss.
Caleb Williams with the stop for Lott Middle, and it will be a 1-yard loss as we have 2nd and 11. And you don't expect Jace to come in the game just firing away.
Correct.
Because like you said, he comes all the way over and gets the play call, and then he goes back to the huddle. But credit to this young man knowing the playbook and knowing what to do with it, and his teammates trusting in him as well.
Timeout call by Jacob Whitehead. 2:37 here remaining in the third quarter. They do not want to squander an opportunity with 2nd and 11 right here. Got a good drive going up. We'll take a break and come back, bring you more football action, middle school, small division championship football action.
I'm Keith Blackwood, your Mobile County District Attorney. I want to remind you about the truancy laws. 5 unexcused absences requires you to attend the early warning truancy program. Failure to attend the early warning truancy program can cause you to appear before a judge in circuit court. We need you to stay in school. This is a serious law, and it needs to be taken very seriously. I wish you and your family a safe, happy, and successful school year.
Get ready after this game. We'll move to the large division as Pillins is going to take on Burns at the conclusion of this ball game. It'll be taking place right here at Harris Terry Stadium. So, Corey, we're doing a double dip, like baseball, double hitter today, man.
Nothing wrong with letting 2. Let's play 2, Al, in small division and large division, MCPSS championship middle school style, and these 2 teams laying it all on the line here in our small division championship as the Sharks are trying to continue to attack on 2nd and long.
First timeout used by Jacob Whitehead of Alba. Trying to get the correct personnel together. Jace Carthage comes in to play quarterback, our 3rd quarterback today for Alba. Handoff on the run, DJ Johnson. Nice run by Johnson, 3rd down. They're kind of trying to get in front of the 6. I believe it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up here, Corey.
And one of the things that you do see with the 8-minute quarters here in middle school, a little counter action. You go ahead and give it to your back, and he's able to get positive yards for you. And this is the biggest 3rd down of the contest so far for Alba Middle.
trying to keep the rhythm, trying to keep the momentum that they have had on this series. And one thing I've noticed, Corey, no flags on this series for Alba so far.
And that's huge when you're able to operate at 1st and 10 instead of 1st and 15 or 1st and 20. And here, Alba just wants to keep this drive going with their 3rd string quarterback giving signals to his backfield.
Carthage with the toss to Woodard, high toss. Woodard's a tall guy, but he hauls it in, and he's going to be forced out of bounds near the 10-yard line. I think they'll spot him at the 9. Big run by Kendall Woodard.
Getting into the red zone area, you see the offensive line off the high toss. There's no containment there by the Wildcats, and because of it, they're able to get the deepest that they have been all game long, Al, and Lott wants to call a timeout to reassess the defense in the red zone.
So the other Jacob Warren's going to burn his first time out here in the 3rd quarter. 1:32 remaining in the 3rd, and we'll be back.
Hey Alexa, tell me about Mobile County Public Schools.
With 53,000 students in 90 schools, Mobile County Public Schools equips and empowers college and career-ready graduates. Several MCPSS schools are ranked among Alabama's top 10. Yearly, graduating students earned about $110 million in college scholarships and 10,000 career credentials. MCPSS is learning today, leading tomorrow. Does that answer your question?
We welcome you back to Harris-Terry Stadium. Al Weeden, Corley Bounty here for the MCPSS Small Division Middle School Football Championship. Corey, something you were just discussing off mic here. This is Alba's first possession of the 2nd half. They've had the ball on they started on the 35-yard line, and we're down to 1:32 remaining in the 3rd quarter, Corey.
Credit to the offensive line doing a tremendous job on this drive of finding ways to open up running lanes for the running backs.
And a drive that has been penalty-free so far for the Sharks. Back to Woodard they go. He runs behind the left guard, picks up a couple. 2nd and goal here for Alba. And keep in mind, they could elect for a PAT, but I don't think they would have to do that. They got to go for 2 right now, Corey, because Lott is up by 2.
Coleman and Fountain on the stop, and that's a great point that you make here in the red zone area. 4-down territory for sure. You know, you're not going to attempt a field goal. You're definitely going to leave it all in the red zone area. 2nd and goal to go now for the Sharks, and we can't emphasize enough how critical it is for this young quarterback, Jace Carthage, to run and maintain possession of this football under center.
Toss to Woodard. Look at him just throwing off the Wildcats as he gets inside of the 5-yard line up to the 4. Alba trying to score down 8 points. 3rd down and goal, Corey.
Caleb Williams with the stop for Lott, and wouldn't expect anything else in a middle school championship. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to go ahead and have to run one more play before the 3rd quarter ends, or whether the clock will go ahead and expire before they take a snap.
We're not playing with a game clock today. I'm sorry, a play clock today, so no force, no pressure for the young men. And the horn goes off, so that'll signal the end of the 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal for the Sharks. When we come back, we'll bring you the 4th and last quarter for the MCPSS Middle School Football Small Division Championship.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
We are back at Harris-Terry Stadium for our last quarter for the Small Division Championship. Got the crowd swag surfing here as the Sharks try to surf into the end zone to get a score, Corey. They pretty much had time of possession in the 3rd quarter, as they are still on their first series of the second half.
And that's what a great running game will do, and that's exactly what head coach Jacob Whitehead wanted to do. He just didn't expect to do it with his third-string quarterback under center.
Jace Carthage comes into the ball game after 2 Alba Sharks quarterbacks are injured before halftime. Spreading out the wing backs. Looks like some confusion on the sideline for Alba as Whitehead signaling in the plays, putting everyone in position. Woodard lined up in the slot right now, Corey. I don't know if we're going to see a pass from Carthage or not. Trying to quarterback sneak up the middle, and the young fella gets it in. Touchdown for Alba.
4-yard touchdown run, and I guarantee you when Jace Carthage woke up this morning, he didn't know that he would be getting a 4-yard rushing touchdown and leading his team on a 65-yard scoring drive in this small division championship. Great job by the offensive line up front getting the push, and here it is, Al, the all-important 2-point conversion, and there will be a timeout called by Alba Middle to make sure that they have the correct play call.
Second timeout for Jacob Whitehead. We'll take a break and come back with the 2-point try for the Sharks.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
Mobile County Public Schools, the place that has it all. We have 90 schools that include rural, urban, and suburban schools of various sizes. We are also home to Alabama's first public school. We welcome you to come join our winning team. Our district is led by the 2020 Superintendent of the Year, Mr. Kressel D. Threadgill. Our teachers are leaders in their profession who are afforded numerous professional development opportunities. Our principals are collaborators and encouragers. Our schools are leading in innovation and instruction. And most importantly, our students who are learning today, leading tomorrow.
We are back. Time for the 2-point try. Alba tosses it out, trying to turn the corner, and hits the pylon, R.J. Gardner. And just like that, we are tied.
Great offensive drive by the Alba Sharks, and the offensive execution and the timeout that was called by head coach Jacob Whitehead to get your best play call on your 2-point conversion sheet. Look at the right side of this offensive line, doing a tremendous job of blocking and creating just enough of a crease for R.J. Gardner to get in.
Shout out to Brandon Zerlot, Tristan Wallen, and center Jacob Cooper as they set those blocks and set the edge, Corey. And it's something you pointed out. Lott defeated Alba 7-6 during the regular season. That's why that 2-point try was so crucial, because Lott will not be kicking any PATs today.
And because there's a trophy at stake today, a championship, there won't be a tie. This game won't end in a tie.
It's going to have a tie.
We'll go and play as many overtimes as needed in order to determine a champion. But now here it is. Lott gets an opportunity to finally put a well-rested offensive line on the field.
And this is their second possession of the second half. They only had the ball one time in the third quarter. Look at Javarius Coleman crawling, keeping those legs going. That's a first down for the Wildcats.
Great job of Coleman being able to keep his balance. As you see the handoff here, he's tackled probably 3 yards afterwards, hits the circle button and is able to dive across, getting the ball almost to midfield. It will officially be spotted at the 45-yard line of the Wildcats.
Corey, that 65-yard scoring drive by Alba was penalty-free, something they have not had in one of their series today. So the young man comes in and leads them down the field. Handoff right there for the Wildcats. to D'Antonio Johnson. Nice carry by Johnson as he is forced out of bounds. Picks up about 8 or 9. It's going to be second and short here for Lott.
And that play is only going to be successful if your wide receivers block on the outside. Great blocking down the field, allowing your running back to pick up 9 yards on first down. And we'll see if Lott is able to play this drive penalty-free the same way Alba Middle was.
Coldren Weaver at quarterback. Johnson goes into motion. They fake to him, give it to Coleman as he falls over the 45-yard line, enough for the first down for the Wildcats.
And there was a nice collision at the point of attack. Tristan Wallen on the stop for the Sharks, but not before Lott is able to pick up the first down, and they'll be in Sharks territory now at the 45-yard line of Alba Middle.
Trying to answer that drive. The points put up by Alba. We're tied 8-8 here in the fourth quarter. Lott trying to go back-to-back as small division champions as these two teams met last year. Coleman with the carry. Takes it up the middle after he started outside. Picks up about 3. Second down and 7 coming up here for Lott.
Tackled by Gwynn and Lindsey on the stop for the Sharks. 3-yard gain, which is positive yards. And what you're going to start seeing here is Javoris Coleman and D'Antonio Johnson, the two playmakers for the Wildcats on offense, along with Mr. Weaver, just making sure he takes care of the football, continue to get it positive yardage.
They give it to Johnson. He's trying to turn the edge, but he's going to be tackled for a 1-yard loss on the play.
Henry Gwynn does a fantastic job of coming up and making that stop for the Sharks, and you couldn't have asked for a better open field tackle as Johnson was trying to get to the outside, and Gwynn was able to track him down. 3rd and 11 now for Lott.
Approaching 5 minutes left in the ball game. Sharks setting up on defense. They fake it to Coleman. He leaks out. Weaver trying to hook up with him. He's covered. Pressure on Weaver, and he's going to be sacked for a significant loss. The defense of the Sharks eat him up.
Grayson Kane is going to get credit for that sack. He also has an interception, but Weaver did one thing, made sure he did not turn over the football, but it's tremendous pursuit by Grayson Kane, and this man is having himself a championship afternoon with the interception on top of now that quarterback sack. And now the Sharks are beginning to show how sharp their teeth are offensively, getting this ball back.
Something Jacob Whitehead told us on the phone the other day. He said, we gotta finish. We have to learn how to finish drives and finish. And here's a situation where they could probably try to punch it in. 4:38, the game tied 8-8, and Alba takes over at their own 33-yard line.
Al, I'll be super duper impressed if they are able to commit to this drive without having any penalties and bleed this 4:38 off of this clock, because we've seen 2 of their athletes go out, 2 of their quarterbacks with injuries to a wrist and to a shoulder, and now to put this offense on the offensive line's backs and on the running backs and on this third-string quarterback's shoulders is a tremendous achievement.
And off to Woodard once again. Woodard close to the 40-yard line as he's just running through the Wildcat defense. Nice gain right there. Picks up about 8 yards on the carry. It'll be second and short. We'll give him credit for second. 2nd and 7.
And I will say this, you know, one of the movies that horrified me growing up was Jaws. And that's when there was blood in the water. You know how sharks continue to swarm to the chum? Well, right now, the Sharks are eating up big-time clock and yardage, being able to be successful running the football and smell blood in the water and have Lott reeling.
Correction, 2nd and 3 coming up here after that 7-yard gain. by Woodard. They're continuing to feed him the rock. Nice hole right there, but he is tackled by Javarius Coleman. He's saying, you ain't hitting the hole right now, brother.
Coleman with an outstanding open field tackle coming up and making that stop, a very timely stop, and it does bring up money down, third down for the Sharks. And the play call coming from the sideline, as we mentioned, Alba having their third string quarterback in the game, having to go to the head coach, who is the offensive coordinator as well, and getting the play in.
Line to gain is the 43. Ball sitting at the 39-yard line. 3rd and 4 to go here for the Sharks. And that play is going nowhere. They wrap up R.J. Gardner. The Wildcats were waiting on him.
Alex Spots comes from his defensive line position and makes a huge stop. And you see the frustration boil over after he's not able to break any tackles. And we'll see if a timeout is going to be called. And I think this is the 3rd and final timeout.
Yeah, Gardner got up. He was a little hot-tempered. They were trying to calm him down because they did not want him to get an unsportsmanlike penalty, Corey. And you're right, this is Alba's last timeout. I had just looked at the scoreboard, so this should be their last timeout. It has one up there, but I believe this is Whitehead's 3rd timeout.
Well, now you're at a 4th down and right at 7 yards to go. And with there being no special teams punting in middle school, you have to make the decision, do you want to go ahead and flip the field, or do you want to go ahead and go for it and roll the dice?
And we saw this earlier when they went for it in their own territory in the first half, and they got the first down, but unfortunately, Corey, the quarterback, Dunham, fumbled. And that's when that led to the turnover, our first turnover of the ball game, with him fumbling the ball. He had a nice run, but he could not hold on to it as he was hit at the end of the play. So right now, 4th down coming up for Alba, probably the biggest play of the ball game for them right now.
And they're going to go ahead and, like you said, go for it and see if they're able to do so without a penalty. And we've seen 4 and 9 be their go-to.
Pass knocked out of the hands of Carthage and recovered by the quarterback who's playing defense, Codrin Weaver. Alba was trying to pass, and we have an injured Shark on the field. Looks like number 52 went down, possibly one of the linemen, Colin Sochier. So he is on the ground right now in pain, but it will be a turnover on the play. We'll take a break and come back. Lott will have the ball with 2:45 in the Sharks territory.
High school students, are you looking for a way to become a better leader? Then the Junior Officers Training Corps may be what you're seeking. If you would like to develop self-reliance, learn ways to be more responsible, and improve your communication skills, you can do that and more when you register for the Junior Officers Training Corps. The JROTC program is available to all high school students in Mobile County. JROTC, we build a better you.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS Small Division Middle School Championship game as Sochier walks off the field with his own power. But most importantly, Corey, fumble on the play, great field position here for Lott on that 4th down attempt. Carthage forced out of the pocket, and Johnny on the spot. Codrin Weaver comes up with the fumble. Ball's at the 25-yard line.
The first pass attempt of the second half by Alba leads to that turnover, and we'll see if Weaver from the quarterback position is able to get Coleman the football, or whether he decides to go to Johnson as well.
They're going to have a false start here. That's what Alan Duhan signals, false start against Lott, so that pushes them back 5 yards. 1st and 15 coming up here from their own 30-yard line.
Well, what you want to see is your playmakers 4 and 3 with the football, and Weaver to take care of it as well.
Hands off the 3, that's Javorius Coleman keeping those legs going as he gets up to the 26.
And Coleman, we saw him have a nice stutter step earlier to get a 10-yard rushing touchdown bouncing to the outside. So we know he has nice, sweet feet in the hole and can change direction laterally. So we'll see how much and how quick he can make the Sharks miss. And now with that penalty hurting that drive, he's able to bring it back to close to 2nd and 10.
Line to gain is the 15 to pick up the first down. The clock ticking as we approach under 2 minutes. Busted play. Weaver's going to try to make something out of it as he bulls himself forward inside of the 25-yard line.
Weaver just ducks his head and winds up getting tackled by Peyton Booker. And Booker does a good job staying home and making sure that Weaver was not going to get any additional yards after contact. And now it's 3rd down for the Wildcats as they are trying to get into the red zone area by securing a fresh set of downs.
8-8, we're tied up. Lott, the defending small division champion. Looks like another busted play. Weaver's going to be drugged down and sacked by Alba. That was a huge play right there.
Kelvin Lindsey able to come away with that sack, and it's going to back up Lott. I think they're going to go ahead and burn a timeout here to stop the clock with 1:04 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Jacob Warren calls his 2nd timeout. We'll take a break as well. It is really starting to get intense here at Harris Terry Stadium. 64 seconds remains in the 4th quarter.
Do you feel alone, overwhelmed, or helpless?
There's hope, there's hope. Call or text 988.
You don't have to face your crisis alone. If you need a safe space to talk with a trusted adult for support, reach out to your school counselor.
Do you need help to make it through everyday struggles?
Do you need someone to talk to?
Call or text 988. Your social emotional wellness is worth it.
Remember, there's hope, there's help.
To find out all the latest news on what's happening in Mobile County Public Schools, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Mobile County Public Schools, we are learning today, leading tomorrow, and this year it is hashtag growing greatness. And Lott trying to show their greatness and pick up a first down. They trying to repeat as back-to-back small division champs. They're going for it here, Corey, on 4th down.
I absolutely would as well. Again, 3 and 4 have been the playmakers here this afternoon in this championship game.
They have to get to the 15 to pick up the first down. Pressure on Weaver. He is sacked by Henry Wynn. The big defensive end gets the crucial sack at 58.8 seconds left in the game.
Coming and making himself known from his end position, does a great job just seeing that he has no one in front of him. From his defensive end position, comes away with a huge 4th down stop, turnover on downs, and now it's looking more and more like this championship game will be decided in overtime, and you wouldn't want it any other way for either one of these squads to leave it all out on the field.
You're right about that. Ball at the 35-yard line as Alba comes out. One more chance. After their last series, it was 4th down for them and a fumble on the play, and they have life. 1 minute remaining here. And Carthage takes a knee. And it looks like the two Jacobs are going to possibly duke it out in overtime.
Yeah, and that's what you're playing for at this point in time. And you had Lott having that one last opportunity and Gwynn ending the opportunity for the 4th down conversion, coming away with that sack from his defensive end position. And what you do after this play right here, you take this knee here, and we'll definitely be going to middle school small championship MCPSS overtime.
And Carthage takes another knee, and that's going to pretty much run out the clock. Corey, as you said earlier, I bet the young man got up this morning, never thought he'd be coming in as a 3rd-string quarterback, taking the knee to go to overtime. for the small division championship. Well, if you're tuning in, now you're getting some sure enough free football headed your way. We're headed to overtime to decide a champ in the rematch for the small division championship. Don't move, overtime headed your way up next.
Mobile County Public Schools, the place that has it all. We have 90 schools that include rural, urban, and suburban schools of various sizes. We are also home to Alabama's first public school. We welcome you to come join our winning team. Our district is led by the 2020 Superintendent of the Year, Mr. Cresel D. Threadgill. Our teachers are leaders in their profession who are afforded numerous professional development opportunities. Our principals are collaborators and encouragers. Our schools are leading in innovation and instruction. And most importantly, our students who are learning today, leading tomorrow, are simply the best. If you want to live in a historically rich city near beautiful beaches with superb Southern hospitality, we invite you to come teach with the best, Team MCPSS.
We welcome you back to Harris Terry Stadium for the MCPSS Middle School Small Division Championship. And Corey, we are going to overtime. Alba has won. I believe Lott won the toss. So we will go to the 10-yard line with both teams getting an opportunity to possess the ball to score with 4 downs, first and goal from the 10.
Well, the great thing, Al, is we've seen both these teams operate within the red zone area with high efficiency, because the one time that we saw Lott down inside the 10-yard line, we saw Coleman be able to bust one to the outside and score. And then we saw him go to the Wildcat to get the 2-point conversion. And adversely for Alba, or the Sharks, when they got into the red zone area, we saw them just be able to continue to run until they were able to get a 4-yard quarterback keeper. But strategy here is for your defense to flex its muscles. Will we have a repeat champion, or will we be crowning a new champion, Al?
And Corey, we're broadcasting here, not high school, but middle school, our first time at Harris Terry Stadium with the new turf on the field. So a great look here for Coach Ray Nelson and Principal Jerome Woods, turning the corner for the Sharks, trying to get into the end zone. DJ Johnson, 2nd and goal coming up here for Alba as they try to punch it in for overtime.
Kyler Hill on the stop, but you see the sweep left, sweep right action, and credit the pitch that was made by quarterback Carthage. That is critical in that, to make an appropriate toss that doesn't go and bounce out of bounds, and the offensive line do a tremendous job here too, Al.
See if they'll take it over that left tackle edge of Henry Wynn and Colin Socher. Once again, Carthage going under center. Johnson and Woodard in the backfield. And we have a flag on the play, possibly a false start. Let's see. So 5 of those yards that Johnson just picked up, they're going to take it away from him as they push it back to the 8-yard line.
So now you're in a goal-to-go situation, 2nd and goal in this overtime period. And pitch right, pitch left, you just don't want to turn the football over.
No.
You're okay to turn it over on downs. You just don't want it to hit the carpet.
The Shark fans stomping on the bleachers here at Harris Terry Stadium. They toss it out to Johnson. He's got a hole and a gap. He's hit inside of the 5 near the 4. I think they'll spot him at the 3. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line.
Great job of Burrell hitting the crease that was not there initially, and he was able to get back to that original line of scrimmage. 2-down territory, 3rd down and goal to go. We'll see now with the ball on that far right hash what kind of push this offensive line can get for their quarterback. as we saw earlier, Carthage be able to sneak it in behind this offensive line, taking that direct snap under center.
Look for Woodard possibly over the left edge. And there was motion from Johnson. He inched forward. That's going to be a false start. Push him back to the 8 once again, Corey.
And it did look like his momentum once he started forward was not able to stop it. It looked like it was going to be a designed quarterback run, and he just got started just a tad too early. And here on this drive, this is the second penalty that pushes them right back to the 8-yard line of Lott.
Sun starting the set here at Blount High School. Al Weed and Corley Bounty giving you the action for the small division middle school championship. We are in overtime right now. 8-8 is our score. Alba possessing the ball first here in the overtime quarter.
And again, credit to Jace Carthage coming in, being able to secure this football.
Carthage tosses it. Turning the corner, flag on the play. R.J. Gardner with the carry. I don't know if that was a horse collar or a face mask, but we're going to see.
Dustin Dean with the tackle for the Wildcats, and that flag came out early, right around the area of holding.
Holding. That does not help Alba at all. Penalty is declined. It's going to be 4th down. Corey, we talked about the fact that Alba had that 65-yard scoring drive, penalty-free so far in their first possession in overtime, marked for 2 infractions so far.
And in middle school football, especially this championship opportunity, both teams getting a chance to take over at their own 10-yard line, and it feels like we've been here at the 8 or 10-yard line for maybe 7 or 8 plays here for the Sharks.
All right, ball's at the 6, 4th and goal here. This is it for the Sharks. It's do or die time. They give it to Johnson. He cuts back. Does not have enough momentum to drive forward as the Wildcats lock the gates, Corey.
Great job of locking the gates by number 11, Jacob Mickles, as he stops the runner at the 1-yard line. So you're 1 yard short of coming away with 6 points on the board. Now it will be 1st and 10 for the Lott Wildcats with their first opportunity here to have the football. And I've been mentioning it, number 3, Javoris Coleman, and number 4, D'Antonio Johnson have been the playmakers all afternoon long for Lott, whether it's on the end around or whether it's Coleman with the direct snap and handoff from Weaver, bouncing to the outside.
A score will win the game for Lott as they try to repeat as back-to-back small division champs. They went on defense first. This is why you do that. If you can stop the other team, next score wins the game. This formation similar to what they did on the 2-point try. Direct snap out of the Wildcat to Coleman. Pressure on Coleman outside the 10, outside the numbers to the sideline. Fumbles the ball through the end zone.
He is out of bounds first.
Stepped out near the 8-yard line, or is that no, that's the 4.
Yes, they're going to call him out at the 4 before
Wow.
the ball did pop out, as you mentioned.
Man.
I was watching the far sideline official to see if he was going to mark him out prior to the fumble, but you can see the same formation that you mentioned, Al, that they scored on the 2-point conversion. Coleman steps out before he does fumble it.
They
but
put him
on
at
that,
put him at the 3, Corey.
On that far right hash,
right,
where the ball is being spotted, there will be a timeout to regain the composure, and 3 yards away from Lott repeating as small division champions. And there is no secret right here. Either you go right back to Coleman in the Wildcat formation,
correct,
or you just go ahead and directly hand it off to Coleman and let your offensive line do the rest of the work to get you another championship.
You have 3 plays with 3 yards to go to try to win the game here and repeat as back-to-back champs. Jacob Whitehead calls the timeout. Sends his defense out on the field. Let's see what Jacob Warren is going to come up with. Same formation once again. Weaver offset to the right of Coleman. They're going in that Wildcat formation. Straight up the middle. Coleman scores. It's been the Javaris Coleman show today, and Lott has won the MCPSS Small Division Middle School Championship in overtime, 14-8.
What a phenomenal game we witnessed here this afternoon, and congratulations to Lott becoming back-to-back Small Division champions. Jacob Warren, he has gotten his back-to-back championships, and he said one of the keys to winning was blocking well.
Right.
Well, that's what we saw during this overtime period. He was able to go ahead and take the direct snap, and the playmaker was able to go ahead and take care of business inside the red zone. I like how they had Weaver there to push him forward as well.
You're right about that, Corey. Back-to-back championships for Jacob Warren. Then the battle of the Jacobs. He comes out on top again, and heartbreak here for the folks down in the Bayou. They could taste it, Corey. They were at the 6, the 3, the 8, and the 6, but they couldn't get it done in overtime.
Well, I would say this, a tremendous job of, I will go ahead and say the offensive line of Alba, along with Jace Carthridge, coming in, taking those snaps as a third-string quarterback, leading them on that 65-yard drive, and then trying to go ahead and win the game with the running game. Was not able to do so, and credit to Lott finding a way to become back-to-back Small Division champions here in the MCPSS.
Coming up next, we'll have the large division game with Pillins and Burns. It was scheduled for 6 p.m. We may have a delay on the time, so make sure you stick with us. Right now, the kids going out on the field for the handshake, so coming up, Pillins and Burns. But hats off to Jacob Warren, his coaching staff, and the Lott Middle School winning the Small Division Championship game in overtime, 14-8. We'll be back with more action headed your way. Coming up, it's the large division with Pillins and Burns.